Hello, welcome to Sweet Dreams Wellness Travel. I am Barbara Tuckett, your host and the owner of Sweet Dreams Travel. I am a wellness travel specialist, and I believe that our mind, our body, and our spirit all play into our well-being. And I create travel experiences which improve wellness so that you return home from your vacation with more health, more happiness, and more connection. Today's episode is number 19, and the title is Magical Maldives. The aspect of wellness that we are going to focus on today is, I was thinking about it, probably connection with our location and the local flavor of it all, plus connection with whoever you are traveling with. Also, very much a sense of well-being and relaxation. Anyway, I'll get into a little bit more of that later. So let's talk about the magical Maldives. And if you don't know much about the Maldives are this incredible set of islands. There are over 1,100 uninhabited little islands and 200 inhabited islands in this stretch of islands that is known as the Maldives. Talk about an amazing island destination. Wow, this is perfect. It's not super well known or talked about. Like a lot of people talk about, oh, I want to go to Tahiti someday, or I want to go to, they name these far off destinations. And the Maldives is one that doesn't come up like all the time. So I think it's really fun to get to share a little bit about the Maldives today. And I am going to share with you 14 reasons to visit the Maldives. So, number one reason, most resorts are situated on their very own private island. I am totally serious about that. There's like a little island with a resort, one resort, or maybe two resorts on the entire island. It is so amazing. Like, where else in the world do you get that kind of experience? You can island hop by boat or by seaplane. And so that's pretty much how you have to get around. And it's just like this amazing beginning to your trip to the Maldives. You fly into the airport, and then you either will take a speedboat or a little seaplane to your own little private island where your resort is. So already sounds like such an amazing getaway. Okay, reason number two, you don't have to break the bank to get there. Now, this might seem counterintuitive. If we're talking about a place that has a resort on a little private island, and each little private island has their own, one or two resorts on it, it doesn't really sound like it would be a good cost saver type of destination. And I'm here to tell you, it's not like it's, a super budget destination, but there are so many ways that you can save money and make it affordable, if that's, something that you're worried about. So for one idea, if you don't mind a connecting flight, either through Europe or Asia or a place like Dubai, then the airfare doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. Also, if you book at least 6 months in advance, you often get extra discounts because of, your pre-travel discounts are more booking further out. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my words today. If you use a speedboat transfer rather than a private plane transfer, that also works in your favor. Or if you want to stay, like, for example, if you wanted to stay in an overwater bungalow, a more budget conscious way to do that is to maybe stay the last 2 or 3 nights or the last half of your trip in the overwater bungalow, but the first half of your trip in a less expensive accommodation. And all of those things will help keep your costs down. A couple of other things that can help keep your costs down in the Maldives, you can book what we call half board pricing or rates. What that means, it's talking about the food. If you want to include just breakfast and dinner only, you can do that. at many of the resorts, so that you don't have to pay for all 3 meals, and you can prepay for that. If you are a snorkeler or a diver, scuba diver, we can choose a location for you that has a coral reef right there, so that you don't have to take another boat or plane to get to a coral reef, so you can do your snorkeling or diving. So those are all ways that you can have a little bit more of a budget conscious trip, even while being in this amazing destination. So number 3, the Maldives are a great honeymoon destination, but they're also an amazing anytime destination. So lots of resorts on the islands cater to families, and it's a great idea for singles, for friend groups, and of course couples. Any type of travel buddy that you want to have. Don't think, oh, I couldn't go there because I don't fit into this mold, or I don't, have this going for me. Any kind of travel group you want to put together, you could totally have a really, really amazing trip to the Maldives. Number 4 is a chance to enjoy the local culture. So this is kind of what I was talking about at the beginning, the wellness aspect, to connect with the local culture. These islands are just kind of a melting pot of Middle Eastern, Indonesian, Sri Lankan, Malaysian, and African cultures. So they have a huge cultural influence from a lot of places. And so there's dancing and musical performances that are really great. You can try, a whole bunch of the local food, which is amazing. A popular Maldivian folk dance, often seen on the beaches in the evenings, is called Bodu Beru. And some local dishes are like Maldivian curry and a tuna, like tuna prepared in all different ways. And then they have a fish soup, a local fish soup, and they have some fresh fruits, tons of fresh fruits, coconuts, mangoes, that kind of thing, for being in the tropics, which you would expect. So there's lots of really amazing local culture to kind of enjoy and be able to be part of and learn about. Number 5, it's a sun lover's dream. So the Maldives are right on the equator, and that means that you are going to be feeling that sun at a 90-degree angle most of the time. So just a caution, don't forget your waterproof sunscreen, don't forget your hats, your breathable long sleeve shirts and pants, just to cover up in case you need a little break from the sun. Don't forget, if you are going to the Maldives, that if you are going snorkeling or scuba diving and really spending time under the water and in the water, that you will need reef safe sunscreen. So just, kind of be aware of that. If you're starting to think about the Maldives, then there's lots of stuff to think about as far as sun protection, but also, just soaking up those rays and enjoying that bright sunshine. Number 6, they have some amazing all-inclusive resorts. Now, the Maldives wouldn't necessarily be a place that you would think, oh yeah, I'm going to go to an all-inclusive in the Maldives. But they really do have some great resorts that are all-inclusive. Food and drink are expensive when you go to islands often, because they have to import everything. But if you book an all-inclusive resort or the all-inclusive plan at your resort, then you've already paid for your food and some of the activities and things that they have there. So you don't have to worry about carrying around your wallet all of the time. So that's really great. Number 7, combine your trip to the Maldives with a trip to the Middle East or Southeast Asia. So remember I mentioned back in number 1 that you could, or number two, I think, the one where we were talking about like being on a budget, that you could spend a little less money if you were willing to, have a stop in various places. Well, why not really capitalize on that stop and actually spend a couple of days on the way there or on the way back, or both, at these destinations? Like, don't just stop through there and stay in the airport. Really make it an interesting, amazing trip and stop there. So just little FYIs, Dubai, if you've ever wanted to go to Dubai, It is a 4-hour nonstop flight from the Maldives. Singapore is just under 5 hours nonstop. And there are, plenty of other cities that you could route through and visit, fly through on your way to the Maldives. So as you're thinking about this, kind of take advantage of the whole long trip that you could have. Number 8. This one is so cool. You guys, I wish everybody, if you are listening to the podcast, I wish you could see this picture because this is like incredible. If you are not watching it, you can even Google what I'm going to talk about because you can see it in pictures and it is just breathtaking. So number 8, is that enough build up for you? You can see glowing shores at night. Serious. The Maldives have bioluminescent plankton. It is so cool. And the best season to see these is midsummer to midwinter. So, if you're going like in the springtime, there probably won't be, or early summer, there probably won't be as much of that to see. But midsummer to midwinter, they are plentiful. The plankton they line the shores in the water, and at night they create this amazing glow in the dark effect along the water. It's just so cool. Like it's like the one place on earth that you can really enjoy these. It's kind of like the northern lights in, the northern countries, Iceland and some of the other Alaska northern countries, because you can see these glowing plankton along the shore and in the water. So they can come up on the sand a little bit at night and just on the shore, the edge of the water, and it's just glowing. So amazing. So the best place to spot the glow is in the Ra Atoll. And can you just imagine wandering through them and taking pictures of what your feet look like as you wander through all of these glowing plankton along the shores? They're not dangerous at all. They're just, these little creatures that are glowing. So that is like so amazing. If you didn't ever want to go to the Maldives before, that might have just put it on the top of your list. Number 9, these islands are scuba and snorkeling paradise. The underwater marine life is like this incredible, amazing, vibrant coral reef. There's so much sea life. There's manta rays, there's sea turtles, barracuda, lots and lots of bright reef fish. This picture shows a lionfish. And in some places, even in the winter, the water is so warm that you don't need wetsuits. You don't even need to worry about anything like that. It's just like an amazing, amazing place to see so many beautiful, beautiful sights underwater. So snorkeling is definitely a good thing. Oh, another way to save a little bit of money is to find out ahead of time whether the resort that you're going to be staying at, whether they include or supply snorkel equipment. And if they don't, then bring your own so that you don't have to rent any. Number 10. Okay, this is another little wellness aspect that I just think is so amazing. There are so many spas all over the island. So this is seriously a spa lover's paradise. So like every island or nearly every island has a spa location. So it's just like incredible. In 2016, the Maldives were recognized by the World Spa Awards as the year's best spa destination. So that was in 2016, and it's only gotten better since then. So this is amazing. They have the world's first underwater spa that came to the Maldives. It's called the Lime Spa, as in the, lemons and limes, Lime Spa. It's located at one of the resorts. It's called the Hufeiven Fushi Resort. And really the whole spa, the walls are glass and it is underwater so that you can see all of this marine life and everything that's going on around you while you are at the spa. There is another location that is called the Kuda Hura Resort, and they have transparent floor panels at their spa. And so you can, it's the same kind of thing, same concept, but it's just not all over the ceiling and walls, but you can look through the floor and see all of this great marine life. So there are just so many spas. Like, I'm not going to take a ton of time to talk about all the different spas in the Maldives, but oh my goodness. There's typical ones from like the seaside cabanas where you can get your massage, you know, on the beach, out on the shore. But there's also so many others at so many different resorts that you seriously could do like a spa hopping trip in the Maldives and never get to visit them all because there's so many. So that is like an amazing part of wellness on the Maldives islands that I love, 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 love. Okay, number 11. Let's talk about some spectacular hotels. Seriously. You know, well, I think you've gathered by now that there are overwater bungalows, and some of them have floors, transparent floors where you can see the fish or the coral marine life that is going on all around you. So there are overwater bungalows, there are beach bungalows, there are all kinds of different accommodations. There are even underwater hotels. So this picture right here is from the Conrad Hotel in the Maldives, the underwater one. And seriously, it's an entire room, your hotel room, that is, it's got like this domed curved ceiling, and all around you, all on top of you and around you, all on the sides, all you can see is underwater, just all the amazing fish and sea life that is going on around you. So it is an underwater hotel room. So all of the resorts do not have this. There's only one or two, but what an incredible experience to have so many beautiful accommodations here in the Maldives. Number 12, I cannot fail to mention the fabulous beaches. So I mentioned the sunshine. There is gorgeous white powdery sand in the Maldives, turquoise clear water, beautiful sunsets. And if you've seen all of that, and once you've experienced that, maybe you feel like you want to jump in and enjoy the water sports. So there's all tons and tons of water sports, as you might imagine: kayaking, canoeing, jet skiing, they call it X-jet blading, dolphin and sea turtle safaris, surfing. There's like all different, whatever kind of water sports that you may want to do, they are here and you can find them here. So, as well as instruction. So like, for example, surf school, or you can get instruction in parasailing or whatever you want to learn. So great, great beaches and water sports. Number 13, have you ever wanted to swim with the sharks? Well, in this location in the Maldives, that is a complete reality. There are huge whale sharks. They're huge, not dangerous, but they are huge. And there are tiny, small little reef sharks. And they all live just peacefully among the coral and in the lagoons around the Maldives. The best islands to catch them at are called Ba, Ari, and Mayathila. Some resorts have capitalized on the sharks that they have in the waters, and they have like daily feeding times that are scheduled. So depending on which resort you are staying at, you might have a chance to even feed the sharks, even if you are not brave enough to, snorkel among them or scuba dive among them. So it's pretty amazing. And number 14, to wrap up our last reason to visit the Maldives, is it's not just all about water sports and sunshine. You can visit the Maldives to see their beautiful architecture and craftsmanship. So the international airport is in Mali, and it might be really fun, if this sounds interesting to you, it might be really fun to stay a night in Mali before you head to your other island where you're going to be staying, because you will get a chance to see all of this great architecture. They have all of these amazing mosques. They've got one called the Grand Friday Mosque, and it has this big golden dome. They have lots of other mosques, and they just have this beautiful craftsmanship in them. They have these ornate chandeliers, these intricately carved like wooden floors, wooden carpets, they call them. They've got carved wooden doors. They've got coral stonework. Like, it's just beautiful and amazing. So if this is something that interests you, for sure, plan on a night in Mali so that you can have a little bit of time to sightsee, on the way there or on the way home. So those were the 14 reasons that I would suggest going to the Maldives, or putting that somewhere on your bucket list. It is definitely on mine. And let me know. I feel like the magical Maldives are serious magic. Let me know if you would like to go to that magical destination or another one. I can help you get wherever you would like to go. And I would also love to connect with you. If you want to get a hold of me and talk about planning a trip, probably the quickest, easiest way is to go to my website and then just click on my contact button, my contact form there. The website is sweetdreamstravel.net. And remember, the suite is SUITE, as in a hotel suite. So you can go to my website and get a hold of me that way. You can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. I am at Sweet Dreams Travel. I obviously have a podcast, Sweet Dreams Wellness Travel. And on YouTube, if you want to hop on and watch a video or two, my channel is called Barbara Tuckett. So again, I would totally love to connect with you. I would love to help you with any trip or question or anything that you might have, because I'm totally here to be of service and to help you out. But if you are just interested, you're not interested in traveling, but you just want the travel tips and are here for some travel inspiration, that is great too. I love having you along. So thanks for being with me today, and I will see you next time.